Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Boom. Rant, Jade, and this is How Up on iOS. It is Monday morning here, and I'm excited because we got the Ranty McRant face. Oh yeah, let's do it. Boom. The Rant, man. We're going to talk about food and health and stuff and getting to a place that you want to feel okay, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do it right about, I don't know, maybe now. Hello, welcome to the show. I am Jade. Welcome. Oh, my buttons aren't working today. That's what she said. Hang on, that's weird. Give me a second. I think I'm going to have to unplug something. Oh, man, what a great start. This is what happens. You should check your gear, folks. Oh. Check your stream deck before you start. How you doing, everybody? I can't put my name up yet. No, still can't put my name up. That's good fun. That's great because I'm going to need my stream deck. Let's see if I can fix it up. We'll say hello to you all while I'm waiting for my stream deck to hopefully come back. Pookie, Mateus, Audible Video, Thomas Cries, Chris Lane, Senior Ed B. Metal, Barry, Glenn, Jenny Jollivet. Today's featured artist is Wolfstone Studio. Mars Capone. Hello. Oh, man. What is happening? I can't switch. Oh, yeah, I can switch those. I just can't put up any logos. Nice. I love it. I wonder if I shut down OBS and to bring it back. Will that end my stream? Should I try it? Does that end the stream? I don't know. I don't think it ends the stream, does it? Because I have no idea. I don't think I'll do it. I'll just work without things. Greg O'Sullivan, hello to you. Tremor Bear, hello. So I just can't put up any logos today. For some reason, my stream deck has decided not to function as computers do. You know what I'm saying? Boom. It happens from time to time. We'll give it one more test here. It says it's connected. No. Oh, fuck me. All right, let's go. Let's just do it. Just get on the way. Yes, so today's featured artist is Wolfstone Studio. I will not be asking Brad Example for tech support. What do you think? I want to end up in a crazy ward? What are you talking about? Independent Men United, hello to you. No problem. Jenny. Thomas, thanks for posting the link. Thanks, because I can't do any buttons today. I can only change cameras. That sucks. Can I even change that? Oh, that limits it. Can I do this?
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
Well, that works. It's just none of my little logos work. It's stuff. Thomas is love bombing you all there with the little links and stuff. You can become a member. But did you know, guys, if you become a member, by next week, you can be a part of something really special. It's so special indeed. Let me tell you about it right now. Let me tell you a little bit about this thing that happens here on the channel. And there hasn't been one for a little while, but it's happening. It is happening. Coming up. It is happening. It's this. Oh. 10 dot.
Probably out here too.
Oh.
Are you sick of being told that your music's awesome?
If you can't stand the heat, get out of the oven, because you're going to get fucking roasted.
Do you want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Are you sick of fire emojis filling the chat? Welcome to the Sunday Roast.
I can't fucking wait to roast you bunch of cunts.
Join me, your host, Jade Starr, and our special guest judge, Russ and his mum, Dot. All you need to do is click the members button down below to become a Wart Warrior for $1 a month to be part of the action.
You're all fucked.
As we roast your songs, show no mercy, and make you feel like the absolute trash that you are. Yes, that's right. Next week, this very time, an hour before this show, next week it is happening. You have to be a member to be a part of it. If you check the community member page, there you can send a song in for us to roast, and me, Russ, and his mum will gladly sit here and tell you how much you suck because we are sick to death of all this niceness that happens in this community. So we've had enough, and we're going to tell you the honest truth. And it's all bullshit. We're just going to have fun. We're just going to make you feel like shit. But you know what? Every time we do that show, every time we do the show, everyone in the chat is worse than us. You MFers are the worst. God, I remember when we first did it, and me and Russ, it was just me and Russ back then, and we were like giving our hardest, and we looked over the chat. It's like, look at these effort, look at them, look at the shit they're saying about each other. I was scared, man. You were all like Ruth, especially Kim Harden Hudson. Man, Kim Harden Hudson was evil. Everybody who you think was really nice, show their colours. It's really fun, And the reason we do it, why do we do that? Because, sometimes it's nice to reset and have a bit of a stupid laugh and just like take the piss. And you never know if what we're saying is actually real. Just like normal comments, really. Good times, huh? Good times. Tremor, who else have I missed? Oh, Marshall, Gary Hubbs. Nice to hang out with you, Gary, last night. Did you see? Let me tell you a story about Gary Hubbs, because it is a rant after all. Last night, Gary did a stream. Hey, Falcro. Gary did a stream. Look at the devil. There she is, hiding away. And Forrest, hello. Gary did a stream last night, and security came and moved him along. Security, man. Gary raised the ire of security. And then he jumped on Clubhouse. We were having a chat. And the police came again. And they told him to move along from his own front yard. The benefits of looking like a vagrant, folks. Right there. Don't look like a vagrant outside of your own home. People will call the police on you saying, there's a strange man who, oddly enough, has been living next to me for a long time, but he's outside of his own house smoking. Breaking the law, breaking the law. It was so funny being on a live call with Gary, and then all of a sudden he's like, what? Oh, damn, man. I had a frog in my throat and it crossed its leg. Yes, so metal. Absolutely indie. Metal as F. All right. What are we talking about today? Let me cover a couple of things before we get into it. Today, this week's interview is a rewind interview where we bring somebody back from the past. Ooh, the past. I need an effect. The past. And it's going to be Thomas Gillane. We're going to have him on. She was one of the early interviews that I ever did. We're going to catch up with Thomas Gillane and check out all the music he's made since then and see what's happened in his life and all that kind of shit. So that's this week. We got a really fun bunch of apps this week to take a look at. Let's quickly just flick through them and tell you what is happening there. So tomorrow we are taking a look at this thing called EG Notes. It's really rad. It's sick. It just dropped today. I've been on the beta for a long time. Very excited to look at this. Boom. Then we're taking a look at this thing from Nembrini. It's the 501 Chorus Echo. This is a remake of a Roland RE501. So that should be, I think everybody's making remakes of this thing. So there's that. And then we're taking a look at this thing called Music Party. It's an AUV3 update. So it's like Melodyne for your iPad. Pretty simple stuff. You can fix your vocals if you're having a little bit of trouble double. So we're doing that. Then we got the interview on Thursday, US, UK time. And then we're wrapping up the week with two fantabulous shows. Of course, on Friday, US, UK time, we will be finally taking a look at this thing that IK Multimedia finally sent me. It is the Tonex guitar pedal. And I've had this thing for a couple of weeks, and it is a rollicking good fun time. And that will follow after this show here will be episode 5 of The Walk, which I am filming in 2 days' time. There you go. You're all caught up. What are we talking about today? We are talking about food and stuff because there's been a little bit of a movement, not so big, of people, including moi, who has decided to get a little bit healthier. And I can report as of today, let me give you some stats. So I started my journey last year in, what was it? When did the walk kick off? In December was the walk. It was the first episodes of the walk. That was the beginning of my food journey and my health journey. Hello, Princess LDG. And have I missed anyone? I'm just checking before I go and talk more nonsense. Cold acre, bitch. Brad, if you're watching. Russ, if you're lurking. Hello. Layla, if you're lurking. The crew. Okay, so we started the walk. And, I was 102 kilos. 102 kilos. I don't even know what that is in pounds. Let's find out. 102 kilos in pounds, please. 102 kilograms in LBS. 224.87 pounds is what I was before I started the walks. And that is really odd for me because I've never really experienced weight like that before. And the only other time I experienced weight like that before was when I was in hospital and they removed my spleen and they put me on steroids for a really long time and I got up to about that weight. But my usual weight for my height is about 75 kilograms. I was always underweight because I was a drug user and that's just the truth. So my usual weight in pounds was about 165 for here or there in pounds. So, yeah, I'd put on a little bit of fucking weight. And what is that due to? Well, it's due to quite a few reasons. One being the inconvenience, the pandemic. I think many people put on weight during that time because, we weren't getting a multitude of things. We know what happened back then in 2020. People got locked down. In Australia, it was kind of worse because they locked us down here for a really, really long time and, to the point that we were running up the walls. And I tried to walk during that time, but it wasn't the walking that was the problem. It was my eating habits as well. They were quite shite. And I was ordering a lot of Uber Eats. So let's start there. Uber Eats. Evil. Evil, evil, evil company. Why? Because they just make it way too easy for you to pick up your phone, which most of us have in our hand all the time or close to us. And ding, 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 there you go. What? I got the food coming to you very quickly. So I found myself doing that. And, the choice of food was rather delicious. Not so much nutritious. Because at the time, too, during COVID, it was really hard to get food delivered here because everyone was, getting food delivered. So the booking times were getting booked up really quick and you'd have to book way. You'd place an order for groceries and you probably wouldn't get them for 4 or 5 days. It was like that, It was a crazy time. So I fell into the Uber Eats thing. Plus, on top of that, I had only just stopped smoking cigarettes. 6 months before. And I've been smoking cigarettes for a very, very long time. And I don't know if you know this, but smoking cigarettes, you tend to stay fairly thin because first, it's a terrible habit. It's not good for your body at all, neither is this, but at least I am much healthier, apparently. So this will be the next thing that we attack this year at some stage. But because I wasn't smoking, I didn't have this thing to go to, this safety net of I just have one of those instead of raiding the fridge or calling Uber Eats. So when the cigarettes go, you replace it with stuff, yeah? Like most addictions, you get rid of one thing. Normally, as humans, we replace it with other things. And bang. And that too, I was a bit of a meth head for a time, which I've explained my story on this channel before. With my health was shit. Doctors told me all this crap stuff, and I was virtually drugging myself to fucking push myself to die. I didn't care anymore. So, yeah. But as soon as you stop all that stuff, you don't realize, too, because I don't know about you, but does anyone else here not really think about their age? I don't ever get up each day and go, oh my God, I'm 51, it's all over. I've never been like that. I'm just me. You know, that's just a number that comes around once a year that I don't give a fuck about. Don't try and hold me down with a number. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, but then the reality kicks in, doesn't it? That it's like, oh, fuck, I really am that number. My body doesn't like regenerate like it used to. I just can't keep eating junk food forever and be thin because I've never been overweight apart from the time they put me on steroids in hospital. So this was quite a shock to go, oh my God, I've put on so much fucking weight. Hi, Jonathan and JDL. What's going on? It was a shock and it just crept up. It crept up. Hello, Cy-Effin. It crept up and crept up and crept up. And before long, I weighed myself last year and was like, good God, I am 100 kilos. How the fuck did that happen? Where did that come from? And my gut was just like, oh my God, I've got my guts hanging over my pants. I'm going to have to get a job on a construction site. What is happening on the side of a road holding a fucking go sign? I look like those dudes. Yeah, it was really weird to see. So it was time. Now, I've dated people who've done crazy diets. My ex-wife was on this thing called a keto diet, and she was always kind of overweight. Not overweight. Like it's weird how like some of the standards these days class people as obese, and you go, really? That's obese? I guess so. Whatever. Cool. But my wife always struggled with weight. And, you know, to me, I thought she was really just curvaceous and sexy, but whatever. And she would go on these diets and just go, I'm not eating anything else but meat. And I'm like, okay, that's going to be interesting because I'm not changing my fucking diet. So I had to cook. I remember having to cook. Like, if I'd cook pasta, and like bolognese sauce, and she'd just have the bolognese in a bowl. I'd be like, that looks fun. But she did lose a lot of weight. But here's the thing. She lost it quickly and really unnaturally, and it was strange. Like, she looked odd. Anyway, then she stopped it. And she put the weight back on because she got lazy. But then when we split up, I remember stalking her just to see what she was up to on Instagram. And she'd gone like keto nuts. You know those people that you see who like, yeah, so I'm like on this diet where I'm just drinking shakes all the time. And they look like that. Like their face is all sunken and shit. And they kind of look like someone from the zombie Holocaust, and they're like holding their little shake can, right? She looked like that, and she looked all sullen and sunken, and her eyes are all like, she had really dark circles under her eyes, and I'm like, wow, she's so skinny, but like she looks sick. So I guess that's the double-edged sword of diets, isn't it? People go way too far, and then, and then people just try everything but don't really stick to things. That's the hardest thing, sticking to it. I don't know because I've never really gone on a diet before. This is new for me. Very, very new. Yo-yo dieting is seriously unhealthy, says Chris Lane. Sai says fat loss tends to go back on just as quick. Yes, because I'm going to talk about this. I don't know, this meat only thing. It works, but how sustainable is it? Thomas says I'm very sus of keto stuff, long term safety wise. Marshall says, if humans ate a diet an insulin-dependent diabetic can eat, we'd see a remarkable nosedive in obesity numbers. Yeah. Well, you know, I think it comes down to, now I hate saying this word because I know this is the bad word for people, but balance, moderation. Is it just me, or do you think, like, do you agree? I think anything in moderation is okay. Maybe not murder. Probably not murder. Probably not those kind of things. You know, maybe just don't do murder at all. But moderation most of the time is, you know, people. I know people who have been heroin addicts their whole life. But they say they're a heroin addict, but every time I see them, I'm like, dude, you hold down a corporate job. You make like 8 times more money than me. How do you do that? And they're like, well, I don't take it that much, do I? Oh, well, I guess so. But then there are people out there who just have no control. And we've all been there. We've all had no control, you know. So I'm not trying to exclude anybody and say I'm better or anyone else is better than, you know, because we all fall into that no control thing. I've got comments to catch up on. I won't derail, but I'm on board. Here we go. I won't derail the convo, but I will right now. But I'm board certified in weight management because it was my own issue after pregnancies. Small adjustments to lifestyle that you can maintain otherwise than a yo-yo. Yes. This is the thing. Don't go heavy overnight expecting to lose weight. Yes, absolutely. This is the thing. Slow and steady wins the race. It's like anything, you know, consistency and go, like follow through, just get up, do it. It's really hard. Intermittent fasting works. No change in diet. Well, here's the thing. I'm not here to tell you how to diet today. Trust me. This is not, don't take any advice from me. I'm not trained in any of this. I can only come up here and rant about my experiences and put your comments up on the screen. So if you'd like to pretend to be a doctor in the chat, then that's your choice. I don't like the word diet, bad connotations. Eat healthy, don't diet. Yes. And you, my friend James, I've watched you change your whole routine. I remember when you started running and you changed all your diet and you like lost heaps of weight. Now you're a big fat cunt again. I'm joking. I am joking. Hang on. See, that's a joke. I'm not into diets, says Kim, because they're not sustainable. Processed foods are generally not great. Yeah, absolutely. Hello, development of a void. Jesus is in the house. Man, I feel like I'm on speed today. Moderation, yes. Thomas says balanced diet seems like the better way to go, combined with moderate exercise. Yeah, that's the other thing. We'll get to it. I'm gonna quit the comments for a minute. All right, let me bring out some stats. Let me bring out some interesting things. Let's talk about this thing. This is a global heart and circulatory disease fact sheet from British Health Foundation, June 2023. So if you don't know, cardiovascular disease, CVD, it is a motherfucking killer. It is one of the largest killers in the world. 620 million people living with heart and circulatory disease across the world. The number has been rising due to the change in lifestyles. I'm sure COVID had a part to do with that as well. Aging, growing population. Yes, we all know we have a growing aging population. And improved survival rates from heart attacks and strokes will continue to rise. These trends continue. Globally, an estimated 1 in 3 people are living with CVD. 2009 globally, there were more women than men living with heart and circulatory diseases, around 290 million women and 260 million men. That's about the same rate as the rate of women versus men on the planet, so no surprises there. What do we have? 1990 estimated, did I read that? No, 285 million people were living with it. Let's look country. Most common, so blah, 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 I'm not a doctor. Look at these stats here. Look at Australia. Good fucking God. 300, Australia and Asia, 340 million people. That's not good, is it? Is it? Hey, Mark, bro. That's not good. 48 million Isn't that interesting that Latin America and North America are the same? I don't know why it's interesting. I'm just pretending like I'm smart. Africa, 98 million. Damn. So, global deaths, heart and circulatory disease cause around 1 in 3 deaths globally. An estimated 20.5 million deaths in 2021. That's a lot of people dying from this stuff. It seems bizarre that it doesn't take too much to change these kind of things. Kim, you got to take into account this has Asia factored into it, Kim. That's why. So Australia is just so of little importance. They just lumped us into Australasia. You know what I'm saying? So, but even that, still, even North America and Latin America is still combined less than Australasia. So, yeah. Where are we? 20.5 million deaths in 2021. Like, this is the thing. This is absolutely avoidable, right? It's totally avoidable just by doing small things. And it's not a lot. Like, I really thought when I started this was going to be like, oh, man, this is going to be an inconvenience. And but it's no more of an inconvenience than getting up at ludicrous o'clock each day to do this. And I seem to do this every day, you know, get up at 6 o'clock to do this. So it's no different than, it's a small price to pay. But we'll get to that too, because actually that's not true, because changing my diet has been more expensive, especially because of the current state of inflation and food costs at the moment. Meat. Having a meat diet. Good God. Globally, heart and circulatory diseases killed an estimated 9.8 million men, 9.2 million women. In 2019, the proportion of deaths attributed to heart and circulatory disease has been rising. In 1990, heart and I'll say that for 8 times fast, circulatory diseases caused just over 1 in 4, 27% of global deaths. That's a lot of deaths, man. Now, we got to remember, a lot of these are going to be older people, yeah? So, and, older people are just queuing up to die at the moment. It's what it is. Here in Australia, we put our old people into nursing homes and then we give them kerosene baths. What a great government we have. So here's some stats. All right, I want to skip this because this can be a little bit depressing, right? Let's define what junk food is. I want to know about junk food. And this is where I went when I started to think about junk food, because this is one of my problems. I was eating a lot of shit. I was eating a lot of junk food because it was easy to get. And, So what is junk food? Junk foods, apparently, are foods that lack nutrients. Why do we eat them? Isn't it strange? There you go. There's the definition. Right? Junk foods are foods that lack nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. I'll have one of those, please. Thank you. So empty of vitamins, nutrients, and minerals. Oh, I'll have another one, thanks. Oh, delicious. And are high in kilojoules. Energy, salt, sugars, and fats. That's where the problem is, isn't it? Right? It's the sugars, it's the salts, it's the fats. Yeah? Junk food is so called because it doesn't play a role in healthy eating. What does it actually serve a purpose to do? Does it even fill the void? I know when I go to McDonald's and I eat it, I have that stupid craving because I know it's bad, right? I know it's like the insides of a fucking dead pigeon's anus. I know it's that bad. But I smell it or I just get the urge and I go get it. And then every single fucking time I've eaten it, I just go, well, that's bad, isn't it? That's not, I'm hungry again. I'm going to have to eat something else because that was not food, And it doesn't help with junk food is that every time you do bite, here's a really odd thing. Why do our brains do it? Why does my brain do it? I don't know, but I can't speak for you. Why is this? You see, like, a Big Mac, a photo of a Big Mac. And has anybody ever bought a Big Mac and it's looked like that photo? It's very rare. Right? You know what they look like when you get them. They're like squashed, half hanging out. Like it's like somebody made the Big Mac that was in the photo and then called somebody in, some like gigantic wrestler, King Kong Bundy, and said, sit on it. And he was like, ooh, and then they put it in the container, and you're like, that doesn't look, that doesn't look like the photo. Anyway, fucking delicious. What is the deal? Why do we eat it? What is it? Fucking weird. Some examples of junk food: cakes and biscuits, or cookies. For those of you, I'm guessing this is Australian. This is Australian website. So biscuits, cookies. We call biscuits cookies here, or cookies over there. Fast food such as hot chips, burgers, pizzas, chocolate and sweets. Processed meats such as bacon. Man, that's making everybody cry, isn't it? Especially Hugh Coldwell. I saw what you wrote in the chat last night about bacon. Yeah, they don't look like food, do they? They don't look like food. It doesn't. It doesn't even look like a toy because like it's just squashed. It's always squashed, man. Always like something weird about it. Like they've just thrown it together. They don't even care. So biscuits, as in biscuits and gravy. Well, this is talking about here. This isn't talking about biscuits and gravy. This is Australian, so it's talking about cookies. Yeah. Processed foods, bacon, snacks such as chips, potato chips, crisps, whatever you want to call it. I know I'm trying to cover all the words. Let's have an opinion. What is the best way? Talk about derail the show. Let me pause this thought for a moment because I have to run the ad every day on the show. Halfway through the show, we run the ad because I'm contracted to do it by YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I run the ad. If you want to avoid the ad at the top of the half an hour, you can become a YouTube premium member. We'll wait for you to come back. If you get an ad, you may or may not get an ad at this section of the show, but we will wait for you to come back and do all this. And then we'll do our bacon quiz. What's the favorite way for you to cook bacon? Because I know there's a lot of people who fucking just, isn't it weird? Like when I became vegan many years ago, everybody was just so focused on bacon. They're just like, oh, but what about bacon? It's like, I don't know. What about bacon? It's like, won't you miss it? I had my arm amputated. But what about bacon? I'm like, I don't know. I can still move my arm. You know? What about cheese? I don't know. What about cheese? Are you okay? Do you need some help? Why are you so fucked up over bacon, man? But people did it. Does anyone have a particular way that they like eating bacon? I'll tell you how I like eating bacon. I like eating bacon the best way. Big strips of bacon on an oven tray. There's no oil, no nothing. Just put it in the oven, leave it there for 20 minutes, pull it out. And it turns into that crispy, long piece that you can like hold. And it's like a stick. You can hit people with it. And bang. But it's true, Indy. People like freak the fuck out. They get all like butthurt about it. It's like you've just criticized their sport team or whatever, something really deep seated that they've been like holding on forever. It's like, oh, I'm just not eating bacon anymore. Bacon? How can you do it? It's like a nuke went off. All right, sugary drinks such as sports energy and soft drinks. Who here likes pop or soda or fizz if you're in the UK? I'm trying to cover all the terms today. I, my friends, have not been drinking soda or pop or fizz when I stopped smoking. I drink water. See, here we go. Everywhere I go in this house, there is normally a bottle of water that is frozen and it defrosts over time. This one's okay, yeah. So water is my poison, and I've been doing that for 4 years on the water. Every now and again, I'll have a soda, and it tastes like drinking battery acid. It's so fucking gross. It's the same as smoking. When you give up smoking and go back, have one, it's like, ah. Same. When I have a soda now, it's like, oh man, it feels like it's burning my throat. What the fuck? And then, has anybody ever tried cleaning their toilet with a Coke? Once you do that, once you clean your toilet with a bottle of Coca-Cola, you won't go back to regular cleaning products. All right? Coca-Cola is your friend, and it's cheaper. Let me tell you, ladies. When I say ladies, how stereotypical is that? Let me tell you, folks. Next time you're at the supermarket and you're in the cleaning aisle and you're looking at the toilet cleaner going, $10? What? $10 for this? Straight to the Coke aisle, get a 2-litre bottle of Coke, and that's your cleaning liquid, man. Pour that shit down the toilet, let it sit, give it a flush. Your toilet will be shiny as new. Is what it is. Alcoholic drinks. Apparently, alcohol's not so good for you either, even though the standards of alcohols change over and over here. Do you guys get this in the US and UK, where like you're watching the news? Who of us watches the news anymore, right? And then all of a sudden, there's some random report. They've just been doing a whole lot of stories on someone got shot, and then all of a sudden, doctors say today that a beer a day does this. It's like, what? And then you never hear anything about it. And then like maybe 6 months later, doctors say a glass of wine can make your hair go curly. It's just always this random thing about a glass of wine does this, or a glass of beer. It's just me, maybe. All right. So if your diet is high in fat, salt, and sugar, you're not receiving essential nutrients. Your risk of obesity and other chronic long-term diseases may increase. Cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes. Man, there's a lot of diabetes in this world. Whew, there really is. It's a thing, man. And, many forms of diabetes as well. It's a mean thing. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and some cancers. How do you know if food is junk food? It's normally at a takeaway shop. There you go. Let's start. It's normally on Uber Eats. Open up Uber Eats. Every restaurant there is shit. Don't bother. Well, finding healthy alternatives to junk food can sometimes be difficult. The Health Star rating. There's a Health Star rating system here in Australia. There you go. I didn't even know that. All right, I'm going to bounce over here. We're going to be a bit funny for a second. Let's do this. We'll talk about carnivore diet. Let's look at this. I'm interested to find this out. The 15 unhealthiest junk foods in America. Oh, goody. Here we go. These are specific foods from specific companies. Kellogg's comes in at number 1. Kellogg's. Man, I swear to God, when I was in the States, and Pete was talking about this the other day, and I tried to buy a breakfast cereal, every one of your breakfast cereals is fucking full of sugar. Man, every one of them. Here in Australia, we have like Sultana brand, and like everything's got like options, yogurt, things in it. Like, oh man, breakfast in America was, damn. No wonder I started eating bagels, but that's even worse. Pop-Tarts are evil. There we go. Pop-Tarts are satanic. They will get inside your soul and they'll murder your kids. Arby's curly fries. I love how specific this is. Only the curly fries. In spite of their popularity, these deep-fried potatoes are very unhealthy. You don't say. You don't say. Well, Popeye's chicken tenders. Man... But they're so Moorish. Popeyes. So yes, Popeyes chicken tenders. What else? A Cinnabon caramel pecan bomb. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It sounds like some kind of sexual transmitted disease. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I met her at a bar and everything was good, but she left and now I've got Cinnabon caramel pecan bomb. Starbucks white chocolate mocha frappuccino. That just sounds like wrong on so many levels. So yeah, I guess it depends on the size. It's just all sugar stuff here. The Outback Steakhouse Bloomin' Onion. Let me tell you, folks, if you've ever been to the Outback Steakhouse, I went there when I was in America thinking, let's get some traditional Aussie tucker. There wasn't a fucking thing on that menu that was Australian. Especially a goddamn bloomin' onion. It doesn't exist. So, Not only are they lying to you, don't eat the bloomin' onion. It's bullshit. It doesn't exist. It's bad for you as well. It's really, really bad for you. Okay? So the bloomin' onion, fuck off. Done. Burger King Oreo shake. Well, nah. What a shock that one is. That's a shock. Corn dogs. Man, but they're yummy. Oh, man, I never had a corn dog till I went to the US. Holy shit. It was so yummy. I hooked up with this chick, went to her house, we had sex, and she asked me if I wanted a corn dog after it. And I was like, do you, like, offer everybody who you have sex with a corn dog? I'll have one. And they were so yummy. Damn. All right, Dunkin' Donuts glazed jelly stick. There we go. Donuts are apparently really evil. Apparently. I don't eat donuts. Dairy Queen Royal Reese's Brownie Blizzard. Now that just sounds like a fucking heart attack in like in some kind of other language of evil. Sugar sweetened soda, KFC. What is a famous bowl? Is that just a bowl of is that just chicken? Bowl contains chicken, mashed potatoes, cornbread. So just like a family pack. There you go. KFC, McDonald's triple thick shake, Mrs. Fields cookie cups. How specific, man. How specific. Cold Stone Mud Pie Mojo. The bottom line, don't eat any shit like this. There you go. That was quick, wasn't it? All right, let's talk about my diet. I'll tell you what I've been doing. So, I started walking, and let's go there first. So I started walking first, and the idea was to try and at least walk a few kilometres a day. And you've all seen my walking. I've been documenting it on the Walk With Me thing, and it's going to continue this year. But, of course, walking doesn't, like, fix everything, you know. But the consistency of doing it every day, which I still am doing it every day, even though you're not getting videos every day. So that's a thing. I'm not doing as long as what I do in the whole walk episodes of 10 kilometers or whatever. But it's the consistency of getting up and doing it every day, I guess. I've never done this before. So as I said, I'm not a health expert. But again, I have to change my diet. So I definitely had to change my diet. Now, because I've seen over the years, I mean, we've been told low-fat diets, meat diets. There's so many diets. But I think you've got to find the right thing for you, I guess. Maybe Jenny's a good person to ask because she is a doctor after all. But not all of our bodies react the same to things. Yeah? And that's everything we take, like drugs or fucking medications, the way we eat food. You know, we don't react the same. This is going to be a controversial one, but I'm going to say it anyway because I love it. Vaccines. Some people, small amounts of people have really bad reactions to things. It just is what it is. We're not the same. None of us are the same. You know, that's what makes us wonderful. So, the carnivore diet was where I wanted to go, but I didn't want to go down the path of just eating meat because balance, I think, is important. And sure, every meal that I'm having, what I change my diet to is meat focused. So meat is the star of the meal every time. Like I look at the plate, meat's there, front and center, at the front, dancing away. It's the star of the show. But I need to include things like vegetables and some fruit and some salad. That's just me, all right? Because I'm not eating any sugar whatsoever. And I'm getting some sugar from fruit, strawberries, and some oranges, stuff like that. Not a lot. I'm not eating a lot of them. I may have a couple of strawberries every couple of days or something, so it's not a lot, right? Vegetables, so, but the main thing I've tried to cut more than anything else to focus on is carbs. Carbs are just dog shit for me. That's what I've worked out. So the main things I've cut out are potatoes, bread, and so here's the food to eat on a carnivore diet. So I've removed bread, I've removed pasta, and potatoes. But in saying that, I have a cheat day once a week. I like having a cheat day where I might have a little bit of pasta, just a little bit of pasta, because you've got to have some kind of carbs. You've got to have something coming in. I think stopping things completely is kind of a bit over the top. Balance. You should have some kind of intake, right? Of also eating less. Yeah, eating less. I was eating a lot. I was eating like 3 meals a day and stuff in between. And now and you may disagree with this, but that's all right. We're here to disagree to agree. I'm only having like pretty much two meals a day with a nibble on something at lunchtime. So, and that's okay. It's working all right for me. Organ meats. So offal is on the Does anyone like offal? I love poultry, fish, eggs, lard, bone marrow, butter, salt and pepper, water, bone broth, sauces and gravies are okay, provided they are made with only the drippings from the meat. Yeah, don't use the canned gravies, man. It's just pure salt. It's just pure poison. I mean, foods that may be okay. Oh, I'm not showing you the screen, am I? With a carnivore diet: milk, yogurt, cheese, coffee. So those are all good. I don't drink milk anyway. I've stopped drinking milk ages ago. I drink soy because milk was made for an animal with 4 stomachs. I still have cheese, but it's not a lot. Veggies. These are all apparently not allowed. This is interesting, isn't it? Yeah, not allowed. Vegetables, fruit, seeds, nuts, bread, pasta, grains, alcohol. So there you go. Hey, Preston, I hope you're doing better. I hope you're coming on. Today I'm cheese, noodles, applesauce, and milk. There you go. Hospital food. Oh, fuck. Damn. You know, when I was in hospital, Preston, I would go downstairs every day to the cafeteria and go get my breakfast there and throw their food in the bin. It's probably another reason I got fat. So the diet plan, it says here, is 3 eggs cooked in butter, ham, cheese, a steak, hamburger patties, and bacon. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I'm only doing 2 meals a day, but that's my thing. I know Hippie's gone on to an all completely meat diet, and man, if you've seen Hippie, he's lost so much weight. Boom, boom, boom. He has lost a lot of weight.
Boom.
There you go. There's a boom for Hippie, which is great. You know, that's fantastic that he's losing weight. I myself, I have come down. So I began this journey at 102 kilos. I am now currently down to, as of today, I weighed myself before today. Oh, indeed. I'm down to 87 kilos. And, yeah. Feeling good. I'll tell you what the main differences have been too. So, before I talk about that. So the other part of my diet not only has been changing to meat with, veggies one night, then a bit of salad the other night. And salads, I'm not talking like a huge salad. I'm talking like a couple of tomatoes and, so it's very light. It's not like soaked in crazy stuff. The other thing that I have done as well is start very slow doing stomach crunches because that's where I'm got the weight on my gut. Right? I don't want to lose it anywhere else. So I started stomach crunches and very small, 5 a day, 5 a day, 5 a day. That's it, 5. And people, my friends was like, that's not going to do anything. It's like, yeah. You're not going to go in and go, I'm going to do 100 a day. Yeah. Like you're fucking stupid. Why would you do that to yourself? Right? 5 a day. And then the next week, we went up to 10. Currently up to 35 a day. So we're up to 35 a day because I lingered on a few of them and stayed at like 15 for a couple of weeks. But the main differences that I've got from this, and this is really incredible that I've noticed, is I'm not panting for air when I just get out of my chair anymore. Because I really was like I would get up. You guys have seen me perform on the weekend here. Fucking one song and I'd be sucking air like, Jesus Christ, that's not right. I still suck air a little bit, but it's probably because I just put in a lot of effort. But just getting up was a mess. I'd get dizzy all the time, be out of breath just walking to my front door. Like, what the fuck is that? Going up and down my stairs? It's not good. So, and I told my doctor about this, that I'm doing this, and because I'd been put on blood pressure tablets, which is weird because I can't clot blood. It's weird. And they had me on a whole lot of medications. And as of like this week, I am no longer, well, it was a little bit ago actually, I'm no longer on heart medication, blood pressure medication tablets. They're gone because my blood pressure came down. Like, it was astounding how much changed in such a short period of time. So it really is, this stuff's not a myth, but again, it's got to work for you. And why am I talking about this? I'm not talking about this to sit here and like gloat or anything like that. I'm talking about this because I'm concerned for you. If you're watching this, I always want you here on this channel to be at your best, yeah, to be as close to your best as possible, because like your mind has to be in a good place. You have to try your hardest to be in a fairly good place to be able to create stuff and be able to have the energy to make stuff and just like think up stuff and just to get up each day. Like, it's a struggle. I know it's fucking tough shit out there. The world's a bag of shit at the moment, and there's a lot going on, and we're all struggling, and people are struggling with weight. It's catching up, and there's so much that we have to do in life every day. Some people have families and multiple jobs. There's so much unnecessary stress in everybody's life. So I want you to, if there's an opportunity that you can change and work on something, let's just change something small, please reach out on to me. And, I say it on the walk with me is, how are you doing? Seriously, I've made my bed. I know I'm sleeping in it. Reach out. Tell me what's going on. Do you need to lose weight? Do you need some encouragement? Do you need me to send you an email and a message every couple of days saying, did you do it? I don't know. If there's anything I can help. Like, that's the only reason I'm doing the two reasons I'm doing the walking thing is like, because it's helping me and hopefully it's encouraging you. That's pretty much it, I just want you to feel better so you can make more, because I say it all the time, we have a wonderful, wonderful community here, and it's best to fire on all cylinders as much as you can. Yeah. So this is the rant today. We're done, I think. Thanks for hanging out. Next week there'll be no rant. We'll be doing the wart thing. So if you want to send a song in, check the community tab. There's a link to submit your song to the form. And all the names go on a wheel, and we spin the wheel, and whoever comes up, we tell you that you suck, if you want to be that. Look, thank you. I've missed a lot of your comments today, and I'll go back and read them all at the end of the show, or when the comments become available. But yeah, I hope that you are able to get into a place to, maybe improve your health a little bit, even if it's a tiny little bit. Do it. You'll feel great, yeah? If you're in that space. I know Chris Lane has been losing weight too. There's been a few people that are getting on board with this. So fucking do it. What have you got to lose except some weight? Yeah? Damn straight. What have you got to lose? And there's my friend Laurie's Mishmash. Ooh.
I feel like it's New Year's Eve, and I'm like, I got to get off.
No, I've got to get off too. I've got to get the weight off, Laurie. Damn. Boom. All right, guys, we're going to play our featured artist. Oh, hang on. Let me see how long the featured artist is today. Maybe I can talk for a minute more. It's 2 minutes 42. We've got a couple more minutes. Pete Johns is up next, playing your music live. And if you'd like to come back to this channel after Pete Johns, his show goes for about 2 hours. If you want to come back and join me after Pete, I'll be back doing an impromptu live stream for today and tomorrow only, working on the vocals for my album. So if you want to come and sit here, go through my silly process of singing songs for my album, come and join me. That's happening in about two hours and something time. I don't know the exact time, but maybe 2.5 hours time from now. So it's all going to be vocal recording today on 2 of the songs. We'll see how we go. Get some vocals down. I'll show you some compression stuff that I use on my vocal chain. Yeah. Back to music. And tomorrow we're taking a look at that lovely app called EG Nodes, which is fucking a banger. Alrighty, cool. Let's play our featured artist. Let's get this done. Thank you all for hanging out. Let me rant, do all this nonsense, and just talk a load of shit. The bottom line is just do the things that make you happy, yeah? It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fall off the wagon too. If you're like starting one of these things, you have a bad day, it's okay. Like these things happen. It's how you rebound that's important, and get over the top of those rebounds and have less of them. But yeah, don't go too hard on yourself, but go hard enough to get well, feel good. Yeah. Sound like a motivational speaker. Kill me, please. Oh my God. All right, let's let's play this. This is a brand new song from Wolfstone Studio, which I had the pleasure to master. It's a great song. It's very 80s. It's called That's the Way, and I'm sure you'll dig it as much as me. The links are pinned up the top. Go give them a sub. Go tell them you love them. Give them a... You know what I'm saying? This is That's the Way, Wolfstone Studio. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together.
That's the way you wanna do it.